Hi, today I'm going to ask the question, how do I create change in my life? This is the one that's personally for me. I've been channeling now for, I don't know, maybe 2.5, no, maybe 3 months, and I've been recording it for a couple of months. So I have about 40 something channel sessions, and at this point nobody's seen them, except for my mother has seen 2 and my brother has seen maybe like 4 or 5. But otherwise I've kept it all to myself. I don't have a following, I'm not sharing this with anyone, it's literally just me channeling. So if you're watching this now, at this time right in my life, right now, this time, I have no followers. I have nobody watching this. I'm just doing it, talking to you as if you are going to be someday watching this. So I've been in this mode for a while where I'm just creating these channeling sessions, but I'm sharing them with nobody. Basically nobody. My brother sees like 1 in every 8, and my mother has seen 1 in 20, and that's it. So I think it's time to bust out and bring this to a larger audience. So I'm going to ask today, how do I bring about change? How do I create the change to do the next steps? Because I do have some fears that how it's going to be accepted, of course, because if you've watched a few of these now, then some of the stuff that I speak about is pretty far out. And I have some concerns that, is it even real? Am I making it up? Is it real? What are people going to think of me when they see these things, hear me say these things? So, I have some fears and concerns, which is probably natural. So, I'm going to ask about that today. Here we go. Greetings and thank you for the question. How can you create change in your life? And we sense by change you mean dramatic change. How to change not only the interaction and the following you have for these channeling sessions, but also change your finances, the home you live in, the standard of living that you enjoy. We sense that you wish for substantial change. And we would like to begin by saying, you have changed a tremendous amount, Murray. Absolutely. Mark a difference between the person that you were 12 months ago and the person that you are now. And always the most profound and meaningful change is the change that occurs in the non-physical field, in the growth of your awareness of your true self, your disconnection from identification with mind, your realization of yourself further and further, greater and greater, as the 5th dimensional higher self, individuation of the infinite love of the One. In these ways your change has already been profound. So the change that you seek, in the most meaningful way that you can change, has already and continues to be. So we start that way because we would like that to be a consolation for you, because you are not stuck, as you may feel that you are, although that your physical circumstances have not changed much. However, change has still taken place, and it has been profound and something that we are very pleased with, and we encourage you to take that into your own definition of what has occurred also, and acknowledge that there has been profound change. So to translate that change into your life, into the physical realm, then it is important that you begin accepting the change, accepting that you are changing, and then allowing those changes to translate into your physical reality. We have given you techniques for manifesting that which you desire into the physical field, and we will bring it to your attention that since doing these channeling sessions with you, you have not taken steps to do the practices that we gave you. So perhaps reflect on that and ask why. Why is it that you have not acted on the changes that we gave you when it was your request to receive them? And also the level of understanding that we brought through to you was corresponding or calibrated to your readiness to accept that level of understanding. And it was leading edge. It was an understanding of the mechanism of creating which is uncommonly known in the earth-human field. And yet we brought that to you because you were ready to hear it. And the mechanism is, through that readiness, you summoned it, and we were mere conduit. So if we reflect on what we have established so far, you have changed profoundly in the ways which are most meaningful, which are the non-physical true essence of you and the realization of that. And we have given you techniques, practices for you to now begin introducing those changes into your physical field. So you have all that is required to begin to transform your physical experience, to create profound change. So release the attachment to familiarity. Release the comfort of things being the same. And open up to the possibilities which are afoot. Allow them the opportunity to become manifested in your reality, and for you to decide upon their manifestation if it is a life that you prefer. It is a erroneous assumption that if you allow these changes to come into your life, that you will be in a state of less comfort. We understand that you like the lifestyle of having plenty of free time, not much responsibility, and no pressure or judgment on the material that you produce by an audience. However, the alternative to that may be more enjoyable than that paradigm we just described. This is the risk that you have to be prepared to take. It is a blockage to assume that a movement away from your life as it is now is going to be a movement towards something which is less desired, less comfortable, less agreeable. It is more of an open perspective, looking to the horizon, to assume that there is a very strong possibility that you will be happier, more fulfilled, more comfortable, more free to do the things that you do, more able to use your time in a way which is satisfying. Be open to that possibility. Allow that to be among your assumptions of what will occur if you allow change to take place. Be aware of what it is that you are holding in anticipation, what assumptions that you are making about what lay ahead. We are confident that if you begin showing your material to a larger audience, these channeling sessions with us, that you will, over time, pick up a community of people who are resonant with your energy, resonant with the messages that you bring, resonant with us, and they will begin to live better lives. They will feel wiser, more fulfilled, more capable of enjoying a reflection that they desire, and they will be in great appreciation of you. They will adore you. They will willingly provide value in exchange for the value that you give them. And then, although you may find that you are under more scrutiny and you are required to spend more of your time in service and less of your time indulging your solitary preferences, you will be glad for it. You will enjoy it. They will become your inspiration, and you will have even greater joy from doing what you do than you do now. So it is time to be courageous and make the move. Do it. No more procrastination. No more hesitation. This is vital information. Is it going to work? Is it going to be successful? Are my assumptions correct? For you to move forward, these need to be resolved. The light of awareness needs to be shone on these questions that you have for yourself. Because if they are allowed to remain as questions that are unanswered, then they will be a blockage which you will not move beyond. And you will find that in some time from now, your life has not changed, and you will be desiring change, and that which is separating you from the change you seek will be these same questions and assumptions which have gone unanswered. If it is not received well, what are the consequences of that? There are none. There are no substantial consequences. You shall still smile, you shall still be alive, you shall still be loved by those that are important to you, and your life shall go on. But it shall go on in the light of greater self-understanding, of greater self-awareness, of greater knowing what to do next. So finish the compilation of what you are putting together and then bring it to the world, because now is the time. And a change shall follow. the type of change that it shall be, is yet to be discovered. But if you do not make the steps to discover what that change shall be, then that change shall not come. And the change that does come will be an insidious type of change, which is more reflective of your deepest concerns, which is more reflective of the doubts which you hold that tie your feet and prevent you from taking the steps towards discovering if those assumptions you are holding are true or false. So do not wait for this insidious type of undesired change, which will be reflective of your most paralyzing doubts. You are manifesting, you are bringing together a version of your reality which is reflective of the geometry you hold. And if you are paralyzed by doubt and fear, then you will create a geometry which is reflective of that, and which will message back to you that you are righteous in holding these doubts and fears. But of course, this only makes sense from the perspective of someone who is asleep, someone who is of lesser awareness than you now have. You are aware of how it works. You are aware of what the message you have to share. You are aware of how you can use the geometric field to create the geometry to manifest your desires. These are there for you to utilize. And so it is up to you to begin utilizing them. What is the point of understanding the matrix if you continue on as if you are blind to the matrix? We understand it is habitual. We understand that the past that you've had makes you tend towards being afraid that you'll be proven as ineffectual. But you have grown beyond this, and you cling to these old ways because they are habitual, they are familiar, they are the version of Murray that you know. And so it does not require much of anything to continue on as this same being. However, this is just a residual imprint which has become well established in the mind through many years of repetition. However, you know that you are not that person. You understand that you are greater. You see through the matrix with enough clarity to perceive a different way. Now is the time to begin living the different way, to be a master in your own life. Live masterfully. You have the knowledge, the capacity, the understanding, the awareness to live masterfully. And in many ways you do. However, the last frontier of this substantial change is for you to break out of this old concept of Murray, the small, poor and afraid child that is unnoticed, unappreciated, and underestimated. We are here with you. Your son is with you. Your brother is with you. Your friends are with you. Your dog is with you. Your body and mind are with you. You have more than enough support to move forward. It is time to challenge your doubts, to hold them under a light of your own scrutiny, to know once and for all if those doubts are justified, or if they are, in fact, an erroneous belief of self. And of course, we know, and you already know, that it is the latter. Your doubts and fears are an erroneous belief of self that you habitually cling to. It does not serve you anymore from the perspective of that which you desire. Yet, the doubts and fears do serve you in the way that they protect you from the challenge of discovering the truth of your doubts and fears. Move beyond. Step out. Expand, and you will become far more than you are now. The time is now. Do it now. Become change now. Honour the changes that have taken place in you energetically. Honour the realisation of higher self and the disconnection from identification with mind that has taken place. The opening of wisdom, the connection with us, the alignment with your mission, which is agreed upon a very long time ago between you and us. Honour that. Fulfill your mission. Now is the time. So in a less philosophical, more practical sense, shall we say this to you? First, continue these sessions with us on a daily basis. Second, re-watch the sessions you did with us about manifesting change in your physical field, and then implement the instruction that we give. 3, create a plan for the completion of your project, which is the vehicle for bringing these sessions and your other wisdom materials to a larger audience. And then 4, be diligent in allocating time to completing that plan just these steps will be enough for you to add acceleration to the momentum of the change which is awaiting to enter your life. Do it now. So we shall end this channeling session here, and we would like you to begin from the end of this session to go to your work area and begin the 4 steps that we have given you. The next being re-watch the manifestation sessions that you did with us. And then in the later part of today, write a substantial plan that ends with the completion and launch of this business you are building. And that will be a tremendous step in one day towards the change that you desire. Be encouraged. Stay high in your spirits. There is no benefit from getting down on yourself about where you are and the things you have been doing, choices you've been making. There is no point in that. Instead, recognize, as we have, that you are the way you are, in a big part because of the experiences you've had in your life until this point. So, this is not a time for blame, but instead a time to recognize that now is the time to release that old paradigm of self and to become the change you desire. It is exciting. Begin living differently today. We love you. We have faith in you. We believe in you. And we can see what is possible. And we know that if you allow that the opportunity to enter into your experience, then you will be pleased to release the old habitual way of living, of being, and invite into your life a new richness and diversity of experience and willingness to serve others than yourself. Thank you. And we look forward to speaking with you again soon.